Yo, you already know what's up, foos and hynitas. Q will let you know what it is, my boy. 44 Vato, Franny on 44.
Yeet.
Episode number 3. We want to just welcome y'all once more. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? We got a hard-ass little segment this time. Last week, bro, we did 4 million views? 4 million views.
Praise be to the Lord.
Facts. Hey, that's record. 44, Vato, 44, anything that I've ever done, that's peak right there. That's the hardest thing right there. What a lot of fools don't see is the hard work that goes into it, my boy. Like, fools just all that they see is just the podcast that they watch or the podcast that they tune into. But what these fools don't know is the countless hours, you know what I'm saying? We're going to show fools on the Udemy course, bro. That's coming up. What we going to do, bro? Tell them.
So the Udemy course is coming out, and we'll show you guys how to get from zero, followers, or just zero?
From 0 followers, my boy, on the
Anything,
Instagram
right?
account. Yeah, from 0 anything.
And how to grow that.
Because that's exactly what 44 Vibe did, my boy. Y'all remember my other page, 44 Vibe, 195,000 followers until that little Latinx fool reported it? That
I
page
think
right
it was
there.
Foos Gone, or what was it? Not Foos Gone Wild, my
Foos Gone
bad.
Wild,
No.
Chicanos Worldwide.
Chicanos, that dude. Foos Gone Wild is cool.
Foos Gone was a cool ass fool.
But the
Shout
other
out my
dude-
boy, Lil Mystery.
Shout
You know what I'm
out
saying?
Lil Mystery.
Pero it could have been that fool, but you know what I'm saying? I can't just I can't just accuse a fool if I don't know who it is. But I also do know that the homie fool community actually said that fool Chicanos Worldwide was reporting his stuff. So that can't be true, honestly.
He's a hater. No,
He's a
but
hater, bro.
What did he try to do before we started the podcast? All right, just to get some drama out the way. He tried to
Chicanos
add
Worldwide?
you. Yeah, he tried to add you on Snapchat. Tried talking that mess, and then
I live in that little fool's
Alright.
head rent free, right? This fool said that I look up to him, my boy. But one of the reasons why the beef was started was because that fool kept on taking my content, my boy. And he kept on taking my stuff and then writing his name over it. So who's looking up to who? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking up to you. Like, fool, you made a 44 Vibe Junior, my boy. That's a 44 Vibe Junior right there.
I think he tries to emulate the 44. But listen, everybody
I mean, who wouldn't
listening
want
at
to?
home,
Damn.
everybody listening,
44, my boy. That fool's unbelievable.
everybody listening at home. I think he works at a retirement nursing home or something like that.
Expose him, bro. Look, this fool works Mesa, Arizona, my boy. Chicanos Worldwide works at a retirement home, driving around a golf cart all day. I'm not knocking you if you do that, my boy. You can get your money
But don't
like
be
that.
saying you're making 6 figures doing it.
Do not be saying you're making 6 figures, my boy. When you talk about 6 figures and then you call yourself the Suge Knight of the Chicano industry, that is completely cap, bro.
Why would anybody want to be called themselves the Suge Knight though? Why would anybody want to call the Judas? Cause Suge Knight's the Judas. We all know that.
But let's not even compare, though. What Suge Knight did, he was running a $750 million record company, which is Death Row Records, and signed Dr.
750
Dre.
mil?
At its peak, it was worth $750 million. This fool
And that was
signed
back in the
Tupac
90s.
Shakur.
That was back in the 90s, back when people weren't even really there was billionaires out there, but imagine now. He was running $1 billion in today's, you know what I'm saying?
At its peak, Death Row Records was worth $750 million, my boy.
Oh my gosh.
Right
so
now,
Death Row was worth $750 million in the 90s.
in the 90s,
In today's dollars, how much would that be?
bro, I don't
Billions.
know. Inflation is insane, but for fools to call himself the Suge Knight of the Chicano industry, y'all fools are not even anywhere close to Suge Knight, what Suge Knight did. He was running Tupac, Dr. Dre. Who else, bro?
He was running, and then they tried to do Death Row East. So they tried to
Yeah.
really get the whole rap game under their belt.
He was punking everybody that he wanted. He was punking Vanilla Ice, threatening to throw him over his own balcony. Fool.
And Vanilla Ice, I want you to show him that video. Vanilla Ice is a straight punk. He straight up said,
You don't think it was true?
No, I think it was true, but what he did is he signed everything over to them.
But because he was going to throw him off the balcony,
Bro.
man.
Ride with it. Die with it. You know, ride and die with it. Like straight up. Everybody watching right now. Would you ride and would you die with it? Like if you really believe in what you believe in, and that is, you know, Vanilla Ice believing in himself, why wouldn't he just be like, throw me off then? It's kind of like Blood in, Blood Out, right? When Miklo is just like hanging over the edge,
Over the little
the
third floor thing.
and then he said, okay, throw me off then, like throw me off.
And then fools realized that was a real one.
They realized like, bro, he's a real one. Like he's a real one from the get.
But anyway, there's no Suge Knight in the Chicano industry. And half of you little fools are scared to even punk the food that's been bothering you for the past month. Like, this fool was punking the top stars. Vanilla Ice, whenever he dropped Ice Ice Baby, like, he was punking that fool, my boy. So y'all fools haven't even punked anybody. Worth $750 million at his peak. But anyway, let's jump straight into this new stuff. Joel Osteen, the megachurch pastor that's currently in Houston, currently occupying the old Houston Rockets Stadium, may have allegedly stolen $600,000
allegedly
after his plumber finds money and checks in between the bathroom wall. Check this out though. A couple years back in 2014, he reported that $600,000 was stolen.
I heard that.
Hey, that's a false pastor using Jesus' name.
I heard that.
That's a false pastor using Jesus' name just to do whatever the hell he wants.
Bro, what in the world? So so this is the thing that cause I had my homie hit me up, right? And he was like, see, these are Christians doing this. Yeah. Like every church is fake every church, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, wait, you're talking about Joel Osteen. 44. We all know Joel Osteen is a false prophet. Like everybody knows that.
False prophet. 100.
Everybody knows that.
And if you disagree, then you're just lying to yourself. Or you need to do some research, my boy, because that's not anything what God stands for. This fool makes so much money, he drives a $350,000 Ferrari, closes his doors whenever the hurricane comes.
My boy, he's a false prophet.
He's a false ass prophet, and he has a deceitful ass smile. Cause like he look.
Yeah, he does though. His little smile.
He looks like a nice ass fool, bro.
I promise you. I called out a rapper last week. We're gonna get into that into that next. But I'm gonna call out Joel Osteen. So Joel Osteen, I hope you guys at him, because I would really want to call him out.
For what?
And just like have him like face to face and just call him out, because he's
What would you tell him? What would you tell him if he was right in front of you?
Bro, I'd be like, you are a blasphemous man and you're a false prophet.
I'm pretty sure somebody already told him, my boy. But it's because fools keep on egging him on, though. Like, fools really think it's tight. And I was just talking to Brandon the other day, bro. Or actually right now.
The
homie. Shout out B1. He was telling me that this fool could sell out the whole... which one is it? Like the
Cowboys, I think.
Stadium? The Cowboys Stadium.
New one?
But he sold it out one time, bro. Like, that fool has a big fan base.
I didn't know that. That
nigga's doing numbers.
I did not know that.
And nigga could pull numbers, bro. Like, but it's not even about that. Like, but this fool doesn't pay any taxes, so it's like, fool, you should be paying taxes. Is that this fool found a loophole? That is a fake ass Christian. But anyways, let's move on.
JFK in Dallas.
JFK
he got headshotted. I'm just letting you know right now.
That's supposed to mean.
You know what I mean?
This nigga's over here saying death threats.
Hey, you know what I mean, Joel Osteen? Hey.
All right. Let's move on. Before you catch a case, you're gonna have to leave this podcast in the back of a cop car, my boy. Hey, hold on. All right. Next news: did Joe Biden catch COVID? Because the president pulled up to the conference today with a whole different voice, and fools are thinking that he caught COVID. But his Biden admin said that he just caught a slight cold. So what you all fools think? What you think about that, bro? You think he actually caught a cold, or you think he has?
I love how you just pulled up. I love how they were like, oh, he caught COVID from his grandson. Like I was just like,
he's lying, bro. They do anything just to get that food out of like a bubble, my boy. Like they want to just make that food seem like he's untouchable. Like,
all right, so I'm gonna say a statement. All politicians are the same.
They are.
No matter if you're conservative or you're liberal. And I know a lot of you guys are not going to agree with me because you guys are going to be like, oh, liberals are worse than conservatives. Conservatives are worse than liberals.
So is Trump the same as Biden?
Bro, I'm going to say all politicians are the same. And yes, Trump is the same as any. Because you know what? Humans are flawed. Straight up.
Humans are flawed.
Humans are flawed. And That's just what it is. Like, humans will always look out for themselves.
Absolutely. You can start with me on that.
All right, 44. Do you vote?
I have never. All right. Do I vote? I have never ever voted in my entire life because I was
Why?
going to, my boy.
Why?
When was the year of the thing? It was last year, right?
No,
So
no,
last November.
Yeah, 2020.
It
Yeah.
was last November.
Yeah.
I was supposed to vote, but my freaking ballot got stolen, my boy. So I did not vote. So to answer your question, no, I have not voted
Why?
because I didn't want to. I don't feel like
Alright.
I feel like it's my right to not have to vote. I don't have to vote if I don't want to. Like fools are like, whoa, but it's your like fools died for that. I'm like, yeah, but they also died for my right to not vote. I don't have to vote.
That's true. But the thing is, I honestly, and I'm gonna say and instead of but, and the thing is, anybody that thinks that any politician is really vouching for them or is really gonna like die for them, like you're willing to die for them, you're an idiot. They're looking out for themselves.
Niggas
And
don't
that's
care about
in
you.
America, Mexico, China. I mean, maybe not China because they're communist, but any other democratic place in the world. They're not gonna die for you, my boy. They're not Jesus. It's like my boy J Rock said.
They're not Jesus.
They're not Jesus. They're not gonna die for you. 44.
I agree.
Straight up.
I
Straight
agree.
up. They're not gonna die.
These
for
politicians
them.
don't really like
for
you like
us.
that. Y'all fools are like willing to just like die in between an argument. You're like ready to put your lifeline
Lose
on.
friends.
You're ready to really put your life down for a waifu that don't even care about you. He just looks at you like another number. Like, and then you're a minority half the time. Like, bro, y'all really stupid dying for a waifu, bro.
And
You
that's
think
not-
you think Trump is dying
you
for
know
you?
what's crazy?
19 people were busted in major drug busts in Colorado. They all allegedly had ties to the Sinaloa cartel.
Bro, I don't buy that stuff.
By what?
I don't buy that whole, they're working for this cartel, that cartel, that
Why
cartel.
not?
Because you know when they're tapping their
Bro, they're
phones and everything, you know that like they're using some codes that the DEAs are not.
their
even
biggest
understanding.
clients are the U.S. though.
But how are they tying it down to one cartel? For all they know, they could just be using. They could be pegging it onto other cartels. You know what I'm saying?
Like they could like be setting up the other foods.
Yeah, I mean,
That's just that you could speculate if you want to, but you know what I'm saying. But like, that's what these fools reported. I'm just reading what these fools said.
are
bro.
they
Like,
really okay?
Are
so
they really what?
So if let's say so they caught Chapo. So now you guys are thinking that, and he was from what cartel? Sinaloa, right?
Sinaloa cartel. Yeah.
So now they're just pegging it onto him.
Pegging it on to Chapo. Well, I mean, fool, Chapo's already gonna do life plus 30. Like he has nothing to lose. Like what are they gonna do? Like we're just gonna put it on Chapo real quick. Like fool, nobody cares anymore. Chapo is done for, bro. Like now, like they take out Chapo. Now it's Chapito. They take out Chapito. Then it's somebody else. Like it's just gonna keep going. Like them fools don't even care about Chapo. He's never gonna come out and see the light of day. He's never ever gonna see Mexico ever again.
How is the Sinaloa cartel still running after Chapo? They said, didn't they say this? Didn't they say as soon as we catch
Chapo.
El Chapo, which is like $1 million bounty on his head, this stuff is all gonna be done. And bro, what happened? My boys in Canyon City, Colorado. And what's happening?
Nothing. They just get their power to somebody else, my boy. Like that's how they keeps on going. Like fool, they ain't gonna stop. They're
And the
like,
drugs are still coming in.
and they're like, oh, we'll send the U.S. military down there. Fool, what's the U.S. military gonna do? Like just wipe out a couple fools, and then what?
Okay, let me ask you this.
They gonna calm down for just a couple years and get right back to
44.
it.
It's December. Are you gonna go to Mexico in December?
I may possibly go to. You know what? My maleta is literally right there. You're seeing it right. You're seeing my maleta right there, my boy.
Hey,
But you know what I'm saying?
This that Birdman. This
You know
that
what I'm
Birdman
saying?
rubbing
Like,
his hands right
because you know what I'm
here.
saying? Like, for all the little Sabo kids, they're actually really, really terrified. They're like watching stuff. They're watching my 4 million viewed video, bro, and they're like, damn, no, Zacatecas is tough. Fool, I'm literally going to Zacatecas. If I go to Mexico, I'm going to Zacatecas, my boy. But y'all fools are scared because y'all them little Sabo kids. So I got my little maleta lista right there, my boy.
Woo.
But that doesn't mean I'm 100% gonna go. It's still like a good 85. Just still really high.
No. If your maleta is ready, if your luggage is ready,
Yeah.
there's no saying, oh, I'm 85. No, that's 100%. Hey, but keep in mind, I hit it with my foot and it wasn't zipped. So I think that's that 85%.
It's not
wasn't
zipped.
zipped.
Nah, it's 85% zip.
It wasn't zipped.
It's 85% zip. But anyway, let's
I am gonna go to Mexico
What part you
and
gonna go
I
to,
am going to
fool?
go to the trenches. Anybody that wants to chop my head off, bro, we're not scared, bro. We're not scared. This is the thing. A lot of you guys are scared of death. I'm not scared of 44. Are you scared of death?
I'm not scared of death, but I'm not scared to die. I was like, but I know why I'm not scared to die. He looked at me, he's like, I'm not scared to die either. And I'm like, but why aren't you? He said he was at peace with himself because he was like ready to go. But I was like,
Oh, so
but
he's
why?
depressed.
He's
depressed. He
I was
just
like,
wants
fool,
to,
if
like,
you
off
want to
himself, I
off
feel.
yourself, like, they're the closest bridge, is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to encourage it, but I'm just like, fool, I'm at peace with myself because I know that I believe in Jesus. I'm not even gonna lie today, bro. Like, today I reconsider suicide because, like, my homie, bro, like, my cheapest homie, he called me cheap today, bro. Like, that fool
That's
called me
hard.
cheap, bro. And, like, the other time that I reconsidered suicide, bro,
And he was cheap.
my homie,
Yeah.
the cheapest homie.
The cheapest homie called you cheap.
Now, check this out. The other time I also reconsidered suicide, my boy, was this time I was in
That's
Philadelphia.
like for all you ladies watching. That's like the girl that's going around with every other guy calling you a hoe.
That's exactly what it's like. That's like my lowest point. Today I hit one of my lowest points. Now, the other time that I hit another one of my lowest points, I was in Philadelphia, right? Some fool said, like a homeless fool, he's like, hey man, can I get $1? I whipped out $1. I gave it to him. He's like, really? Like, this is all you gonna give me? I was like, fool, you just asked for $1, my boy. He's like, fool, like, what is this gonna give me? Like, at least 5.
I heard it.
I was like, fool, like what? He's like, you're a cheap ass fool. I was like, damn, bro, like this nigga. Yeah, bro, they be having memo. Anyway, but sidetrack, I just want to give a shout out to my boy Hood Stocks. You know, he didn't sponsor. He didn't actually sponsor this, but the time that I was in LA, you know, I had to stop by to the Hood Stocks episode. You can actually watch that on the Hood Stocks YouTube channel with my boy Lucky. Just look up 44 Vato. You'll see the entire interview, my boy. This my boy right here, Hood Stocks. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Hoodstock. Shout out to everybody that reached out to me, that reached out to 44. My DMs. It's just a blessing to see people that are like, hey.
We got a lot of sponsors right now.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Fool, y'all wouldn't even believe who tried to sponsor us, my boy.
Yo, that's a beautiful thing.
And this right here isn't even a person that was like, that y'all even like hear of on a day-to-day basis, or like you could even consider them a celebrity. I don't want to say their name because I feel like it's gonna be very like, they're gonna be like, oh well, you're on that side. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supporting him or like his side. Like, but it's not, I don't know, like little influencer side. I'm talking some really, really big stuff.
Okay.
But I just don't want to say the name.
So you'll disclose the name until further notice.
I ain't even gonna disclose the name, to be honest with you. Like, I'd rather just work with the person behind closed doors.
If I find out, I'm gonna disclose the name. But
Nigga,
I
you
don't
already know the name. Don't you already know?
No, I don't know. Okay. All right.
Anyway, some more news. Emma Coronel, the wife of El Chapo, has been sentenced to 36 months in federal prison for her involvement with the Sinaloa cartel and for aiding in the escape of El Chapo.
Bro, she's so bad. How did El Chapo pull that? He's little, bro. He's like 5'4". She's like 5'6", 5'7", right? You can have all the money in the world.
She turned out to be a bad
But if you can't spit game, you're the brokest dude in the world. The brokest one in the whole, in the whole world.
You can say nigga, bro. I don't care.
But I'm just saying.
I already said it 10 times.
You could have the most money in the world.
Yeah.
But if you don't have game, you're the brokest one in the room.
I never ever been to prison, my boy, but a lot of fools in the comments have been to prison, so they already know what it's like. But they say that whenever you're a high profile celebrity, you don't even have no other choice. They place you in PC. If y'all fools don't know what PC is, that's protective custody.
Yeah, I would protect her really well.
Yeah.
I would protect Emma Coronel really well, for the record.
He's going to ask us the question of the day.
Question of the day. Does Emma Coronel, Chapo's wife, use lip fillers?
Even if she did, she's still bad, though, my boy.
No, but does she use lip fillers?
She could, fool. I don't know, fool. She's
bro,
bad.
Her
Mexican girls are bad. Like,
bro, they're bad. But I'm saying, like, her lips are juicy.
Okay.
They are round.
Okay, my boy.
They are.
My boy's fantasizing over here. 9 inmates have escaped from a Mexico prison after gunmen enter the facility and detonate some car bombs. One of the escapees was Jose Maldonado, who is the leader of the Pueblos Unidos cartel.
What state?
Hidalgo.
They paid him off. Come on, my boy. Let's be honest.
There's actually a video of the fools like sneaking in, and they go to the fence, and they put the cars, bro, right there, and they bomb the entire thing, bro. And then like 20 seconds later, they just go back in, bro, and all the freaking prisoners come running out.
They paid him off. They paid him off. They pay him all off. What do you think the Mexican cops are not getting paid off, even if they're federal? Well, maybe not federal. Maybe not the Marines, because I heard the Marines are really they're really with it.
The Marines are really with it, and actually that brings us to 12 sicarios die after a failed ambush on Mexican Marines in Valparaiso, Zacatecas.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's that real stuff I'm talking about.
Narcos have been known to be afraid of the Mexican Marines. And as you can see, the Narcos try to ambush these fools. They try to ambush them. They actually pulled up in all these trucks. These fools weren't even ready, my boy. They're probably like on their phones or something. They came out, boom, 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 and did 12 of those fools. They got 0 Mexican Marines.
That's hard. And you know what? I hope they kill every dude that's involved in the drug trade in Mexico. I don't care if they have wife, kids. I don't care. I hope they end all of them. And they're like, people are going to be like, oh, yeah, but they feed the pueblos and they do this and that. And I'm just like, bullcrap. Anybody that always said anything about El Chapo feeding people or like El Mayo or about anybody feeding people, and I don't give a damn. Tell me to chop my head off. What's really good? They never fed anybody really. They'll feed 5-6 people, but 300 other people get their heads chopped off. So, yeah, you guys do good for 5 people, but you guys chop 300 people's heads off.
That is facts. Anyway, we're moving on to the music side of things. I know I probably talk about this little fool a lot, but this fool just stays in the freaking news, my boy. He stays in the media. So anyway, we're going to mention him. Hold on, chill. LA rapper Peso has been sentenced to juvenile hall for his recent charges, according to LAPD.
Peso messaged me. Peso messaged me.
Hey, fools, it's your boy 44 Batito, my boy. I just wanted to say I appreciate every single sponsor that hit me up, my boy. But this episode number 3, is sponsored by Botanical King, my boy. Botanical King sells all your CBD products, my boy. And these fools gonna get you right, my boy. I personally don't do THC, my boy, but CBD is a yes, my boy. If you use the code 44gang at the checkout, my boy, site-wide, you get 20% off, my boy. 20% discount, fool. So don't let go of that little discount right there, my boy. Wait, so do you remember? All right, so if y'all fools don't remember, Peso was actually the fool that commented on one of the posts that we made. He didn't like some of the comments that were made on the Vibin with 44 episode. And he said, this fool right here is going to get a crucial calentada in those words. So that means a crucial ass beating right there.
And he messaged me, and then he deleted it. And you know what I said?
What'd you say?
I said, meet me for the fade. And you know what else I said? I said, meet me for the fade, but leave the strap at the crib.
So you just
want to... I can screenshot you. And this is the thing. So
you just want to run the
messaged
fade.
Me, deleted his message. Why did you delete your message, Peso?
What you think the message said?
Hey, Peso, you a stick, my boy. You a stick, and you will get sticked. But I'm not using no guns. We're not using... Hey, I saw the No Jumper interview. Yeah, you come from a tough background, blah, blah, blah. Bro, that means nothing. That means nothing whenever you get down. You get down and really with it.
I want us to say something, though. If he got placed in juvenile hall, that means he is below 18, my boy. So you over here fighting 17-year-olds. What's that supposed to mean?
When do you turn 18, Peso? Because you talking a lot of... You talking heavy. You talking heavy, my boy. And hey, this ain't no flyweight. I ain't no flyweight. Hey, get your weight up. I hope you get your weight up for the 3 weeks that you're doing in juvie.
So he said he'll be out in about a month and a half. The thing that I really, really like about Peso, though, my boy, is that he stays in the news. He stays in the media. That's why he's always relevant. That's why I'm always talking about him on the Vibin with 44 podcast. They're like, fool, do these fools pay you to talk about them? I'm like, no. how many other rappers are doing stuff? They're just not doing stuff. That's why they don't rise above. There's a reason why Peso. There's a reason why Suede. There's a reason why all these other fools continue to keep rising, because it's not just music. It's all this other stuff that they do. All this going to jail stuff. I know going to jail isn't cool, my boy, but they're over here like catching cases and, you know, just constantly doing stuff outside of music. That's why they continue to rise up.
I want to know, Peso, as a man, why did you delete the message? Leave the strap at the crib when we see each other, though. That's my message.
All right, moving on. You know, Peso's always in the news, my boy. Like, I gotta give that little full respect. Didn't you have a rap career?
I had a rap career. I have a rap song coming out.
But didn't you, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, now, what a lot of fools don't know, he was rapping back in the day.
I can outbar anybody.
So he said he can outbar anybody. Does that include Peso?
Anybody.
Does that include King Lil G?
I'll outbar anybody. Give me 16 bars in the beat. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
It includes Lil G, Peso,
You gonna
Sway.
say Sway?
No, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, but Sway be making them hits
But
though.
I like
It's
Sway.
like
I like Sway. That's my dog.
yeah.
I don't know Sway, but that's my dog. Cause the stuff that I hear, I'm just like, yeah, that's hard.
He's cold, bro.
And I feel like he really is about it. I really do feel like he's about it. Not because you have face tats, you're about it. You can have you. There was this one dude. Man, I've seen dudes with face tats fold, straight up.
That is true. Like, you seen those Island Boys fools. Like, those fools got their ass beat. They got punked at one time whenever it was like a gang member that actually ran up on them. He's like, "What's up? Like, let's run it." And the fool's like, "Man, come on, bro. Like, I'm just coming out the gas station. Something." He's just getting pressed, bro. And he got pressed by his OG. These are things all on video. I'm not making stuff up. These are things all caught on video. There's another video of one of the Island Boys getting his ass beat by his own girlfriend. Face tats do not make you tough.
If you get a face tat, you better be prepared to die for that face tat. Because people are going to be clowning you. People like me are going to be like, people with face tats fold. And you don't want to be that guy.
Anyway, moving on. Natanael Cano announces his request to leave Rancho Humilde. Is Jimmy Humilde the one to blame?
Absolutely.
But why?
My boy's a Suge Knight of Mexican rap, Mexican corridos, Mexican anything that really came up for the raza, right?
So
people doing it.
So Natanael Cano actually went on Instagram Live. This happened like a couple weeks back, but I'm barely bringing it up right now because they just interviewed the other CEO of Rancho Humilde. If y'all fools didn't know, it's not just Jimmy H. It's my homie JB. You know what I'm saying? This fool used to mess with a 44 Vibe heavy. I just think that whenever they deleted 44 Vibe, like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of stuff got left behind. But, you know, I'm bringing it up again because Natanael Cano originally went on Instagram Live, and he put Jimmy Humilde on it. He's like, "Bro, what do I need, bro? Like, I'm ready to bounce, bro. Like, nigga, I ain't getting paid enough, bro. I'm trying to get out of here." And this fool's like, What are you saying? He was like on his phone, like, "What are you saying? What are you saying?" And he's like, "No se oye nada, no se oye nada." Like, he's pretty much saying, "I don't hear nothing." And then
No se oye, padre.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, the call just cuts off. And this fool Natanael Cano's like, "Nigga, I'm trying to leave, bro. Like, give me whatever I need. Like, I'll give you whatever you need. I'm trying to get out of here. I already gave y'all fools 8 albums. I'm trying to get out."
Natanael Cano is very talented. Rancho Humilde, the artists are very talented. But what has happened to some of them? They've just been falling off and falling off and falling off and falling off. And what, you know, Natanael has been making him a fortune. They've been making Tony Loya, right?
No, Tony Loya fell off crazy, bro.
But wasn't he with Rancho Humilde?
Nah, he's with Manzanita, bro. Manzanita Records.
Okay.
But anyway, like, the thing about, a lot of fools are always like, "Yeah, this little fool, little malagradecido, you know, ungrateful, bro." Because Jimmy Humilde was the one that put on Natanael Cano. Like, this fool took him out of the Mexico trenches, and he gave him this huge platform. But then a lot of fools don't realize, like, okay, he took him out. Jimmy H got what he wanted. He made all these millions off of him. And now, why can't this fool have the right to bounce? Like, he already gave him all this stuff. Like, he paid it back to him. You know what I'm saying? He paid it back. He gave him the platform. He gave him the millions. Now he's out.
Natanael Cano, the best thing that he could do is just breach the contract, which means just be like, forget it, I don't care, and just drop the music anyway. and then let's see
He's
what
gonna get
happens in
sued.
court. Let's see if he's really. Let's see if Jimmy H is really gonna take him to court, because I don't think he would. But maybe if he's a snake, he would. So let's see if he's really a snake, or if he's really like, if he's really like, okay, who cares?
Going back to
know?
the Suge Knight of the industry, it's not Chicanos Worldwide, not some other fools that have told me that they're the Suge Knights of the industry. Going back to the Suge Knight of the industry, the closest fool to being the Suge Knight of the industry is Jimmy Humilde. He runs a multi-million company, Rancho Humilde, and he manages all these top-tier artists.
Does Jimmy Humilde need a crucial calentada? Let me know. Because I know just the guy that could give it to him.
You or Peso?
I know just the guy that swears that they could give him a crucial calentada. But hey, Jimmy Humilde, shout out to all the Rancho Humilde artists, but not shout out to you, because I think you're a fraud, my boy, and you're a 40-year-old trapped in a 24-year-old body. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy.
NBA YoungBoy wants to retire from music. He says he lost his love for creating. So is YoungBoy done, my boy? Because you know what? YoungBoy, to me, bro, is a hard-ass fool. I originally found that fool like 4 years ago when he dropped that one song, the one that blew up on World Star. Like, that fool right there, bro, really like paved the way for a lot of fools. And what's so crazy is a lot of fools in LA bump to him, bro. A lot of Cali fools bump to him. That fool's a generational type of artist. I think so.
And he is really, in my perspective, he really changed the game. I remember watching his videos when he first came out on World Star Hip Hop, and I was like, bro, I'm not gonna watch this stuff. But it just became like in your face. Listen to this. The comments, I remember back then, the comments on NBA YoungBoy used to be like, oh yeah, haha, like another one trying to make it, another one, like, blah blah blah. He's what do they call, a struggle rapper or something like that.
You see how he stays in the media though? You see how I brought up like Suede and Peso? Those fools stay in the media. Now let's bring up NBA YoungBoy. This fool stays in the media. Fools are always talking about him. DJ Academics cannot stop posting him. All these Instagram pages cannot stop posting because he's over here saying that he doesn't like fools. He's saying that he doesn't like Soulja Boy. He's saying that he doesn't like that he thinks Kodak Black is cool, but like he doesn't want to hang out with him just for whatever reason.
And
you know what I'm saying he's a cool ass fool.
And J. Cole invited him to do a rap song with him, and he said no. Like, he didn't say no, but he just didn't show up.
Yeah, like this fool's rejecting like legends, bro. Like living legends, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to NBA YoungBoy fool. That fool's probably gonna remain up there for some time, bro. To be honest
Do you like NBA YoungBoy 44?
I like NBA YoungBoy, but I don't like love him. Like, a lot of these fools be annoying as hell in the comments. Fool, like, fool, what you guys' problem? YoungBoy better. Like, YoungBoy would do this better. YoungBoy would do that better. YoungBoy's the GOAT. I'm like, fool, y'all fools get hella annoying, but like, it's kind of funny though. I'm not gonna lie. I do like YoungBoy.
I like the fact that he has so much problems with his baby mama. I feel like everybody
Nigga, how much baby mamas does he have? He has 9 baby mamas. He wants another one.
So does Dwight Howard.
Shout out Dwight Howard.
Shout out Dwight Howard, but hey, Dwight Howard, slow down though, my boy.
Anyway, speaking of rap, we're gonna bring up the legendary Houston rapper, South Park Mexican, aka SPM, to be released in a little less than a year and a half after 20 plus years. Do you think he'll have a sold out arena when he gets out?
Of course, the guy's having a sold out arena.
Will you pull up? Cause I'm about to pull up.
No,
Fools are like, he's a chomo, this and that. I don't know, my boy. I'm not fully like sold that he is one. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull up to that. I will be in Houston. You can catch me in Houston.
Did he pay his debt to society?
Of course he did.
20 plus years. He got accused for what? Some pedophilia stuff. Did he pay his debt to society?
I believe that he paid his debt to society.
Does his son suck at rapping?
Well, he actually has 2 sons. He has
both of them.
JD Coy. He has JD Coy and he has Baby Los. Baby Los is actually kind of cool, but there's one thing that you shouldn't do though, my boy. If you're watching this, Baby Los, bro, you gotta pick your own. You gotta pave your own road, my boy. Like SPM did his own thing. It's cool to like, follow that little road a little bit, but then you gotta like go that way a little bit, bro.
And you're never gonna amount to his bars. His bars went hard, like straight up. Like I'm a park and scrape the curb. Like bro, just even that bar right there. Like
In my eyes, I think that he's the greatest Mexican American rapper ever to ever exist, and I don't think anybody's even gonna come close to that. He's literally, to me, bro, he's like the Kanye West when it comes to Mexican American rappers.
just the way that he could just put words together in a way that just makes you just want to just rewind it.
Yeah.
That I've only seen from 3 rappers in my life: Pac,
Yeah.
Nas,
Uh-huh.
and SPM.
Yeah, SPM.
And you might be like, what? Like, bro, that's like a weird list.
That's some legendary company right there, though. You know what I'm saying? He's already a legend, bro.
Yes, he will sell out. He will sell out.
He's gonna sell out a whole entire arena.
Absolutely. What arena?
I mean, okay, not
The one
arena.
that, the one that Travis Scott did?
He's gonna sell out a whole like venue, like a big venue. You don't think so?
Yes, he will, but it's gonna come with a lot of backlash.
And
A lot.
And 44 Vato is gonna be on stage. Y'all gonna remember that.
He committed a crime or allegation of crime or whatever the thing might be.
Fools were saying, I mean, it's not an allegation because he got convicted. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But then again, there's a lot of fools that are innocent behind bars right now. Shout out to all those fools, bro. Pray for y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But once you pay your debt to society, bro, you should never speak on any man's crime if they pay their debt to society. Whether it's diversion, whether it's probation, whether it's jail time, if they pay their debt to society, they paid their debt to society.
why do you think SPM's, rap talent never ever like went down to his kids? Because he has Carly Coy, JD Coy, Baby Los, and they're all mid, my boy. They can't even rap like that.
So none of their kids got his talent because they don't have the voice. They didn't grow up in the trenches. The kids all grew up middle class. They didn't grow up in, the south side of Houston or whatever he's from. Like, the guy is ridiculously talented because he comes from the slums. It's not like a Peso where
Oh my God.
he talks about things that he hears about.
SPM to me, top tier, bro. Like nobody will ever top that fool with my eyes. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I got my favorite rappers. Kanye West is my number 1, and then you got SPM as number 2. So that's how much I really, really do think that fool is
Who's your 3?
What?
Who's your 3rd favorite rapper of all time?
Kanye West, SPM, number 3. That's so hard, bro.
Would you say?
That's so hard, dog.
So it's just Kanye and SPM, and then you're just like
Except for
whoever.
Yeah, because everybody else is number 3. It's like Meek Mill, J. Cole, Kodak Black, all those fools, bro.
Yeah, okay. As long as you don't say Peso.
This fool really wants that crucial calentada from Peso.
Let's get it, my boy.
I honestly don't think that the weight class is very like, equal, my boy. But you know what I'm saying? I guess if the hatred is up there, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Just leave the pistol at the crib.
I guess just leave the pistol at the crib. Anyway,
and don't delete your message when you send it to me. Don't do that. Don't send a message and then delete it. Anyways.
Well, I think if you really want the fake, then I think you should pull up on him.
Set up a time and a date, 44.
But he wants a metal detector right in the front before he even meets him.
Yes.
Anyway, let's move on to 44's L's of the week. We always have such a good time with 44's L's of the week. I know fools always look forward to this. Let's talk about this, bro. Number 1 L of the week. Dr. Fauci, who is considered the greatest scientist in the world, hints at a yearly COVID shot with the arrival of the Omicron COVID variant that derived from South Africa.
I got a fake vax card. FBI at FBI. Let's get it.
Well, I don't think you should say that on the airway like that, but you know what I'm saying?
I got my methods.
If you want to say that, hey, tap in for the methods real quick. You know how them fools on IGB?
I'm just saying right now, like, Peso got me hot.
Bro, all right, can you move on from Peso? Damn. Like that fool's living in your head rent free. All right, so without giving too much explanation, without giving too much detail, you mentioned a fake vax card. Can you give us a little bit more insight on that fake vax card? Because I know that there's a lot of fools that are...
say this.
Wait, hold on. Because I know that there's a lot of fools interested right now that are listening to this. Fake vax card. A lot of fools don't want to take the vaccine, right? I'm going to tell y'all right now, I do not have the COVID-19 vaccine, But this fool has a fake COVID vaccine card, and he could get in anywhere that he wants to. So, give us some explanation, my boy, and maybe you could put fools on.
So I may or may not have a fake vaccine card. I'm going to say it like that.
Perfect.
Because we live in the United States of America, where we do not incriminate ourselves, or we do not say anything that incriminates ourselves. However, if you do not believe in putting something in your body that you do not want to be, that you do not want to have, there's methods. You do not have to get your vaccine in the United States. You could go somewhere else. As long as it's valid, it's valid. Meaning, you could go south of the border. You can go north of the border, east, west. But I'm just saying there's different methods.
Second L of the week. 44 L of the week. A lot of fools are hella pissed off after Mexico redesigns their logo after 33 years. What you feel about that, bro?
Trash.
The new logo?
Straight basura.
Fools are comparing it to some type of like European team. I forgot which one it was. Arsenal, something?
The USA beats Mexico 3 times in a row, and then they change their logo. That's all I gotta say.
Y'all fools were supposed to change the players, bro, not the logo.
And then you guys go and get 2 Argentinians, an Argentinian forward and an Argentinian head coach. That's not gonna make you play like Argentina, my boy.
Well, I truly think that whenever they go play them in the Azteca Stadium, Mexico is going to give these fools an ass whooping, my boy. Mark my words. The WHO, which is the World Health Organization, skips 2 letters in naming the Omicron variant. They said that they didn't want to offend the Chinese president, Xi Jinping. I don't even know how to even say that fool's name. X-I Jinping.
We going after Xi Jinping, Kim Jong-un, El Chapo, El Mayo. Let's get it. Like, hey, let's really get it. All these are frauds. They didn't want to offend a couple people. What? They didn't want to offend them, and so they
didn't want to offend
them.
them, so they skipped the 2 letters because it was like G, and then it was actually new, but they said that they didn't want to say that they didn't want to call it the new because new was like sounding too much like new, like the NEW word. So they were like, nah, it doesn't sound like it's gonna sound like this doesn't sound like it's gonna give us too much clout. Then all of a sudden they came across the Z or the Xi, whatever, however the hell you pronounce that, XI, and they're like, well, we don't want to offend a certain region because of their president, which was the Chinese president. Bum-ass Chinese president. It's not even a president. It's a straight dictator, by the way.
Facts.
So they went on and they made it the Omicron variant. So shout out to the World Health Organization. Y'all a bunch of
No shout out. No shout out to
weak-ass
them.
fools.
No shout out to them. No shout out to them. They are the new Nazis putting the Stars of David on anybody that doesn't have the vaccination. Straight up.
Yeah,
Straight like 6:30.
honestly. So anyway, those are the 3 hours of the week. You know what I'm saying? Weak-ass fools. You know what I'm saying? All these fools forcing you to get the vaccine. We want to just appreciate you fools tapping in to the 3rd ever episode, Vibin with 44. Vibing with Franny on 44. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the homies watching. Shout out to all the foos and hynitas watching, my boy, from the West Coast to the East Coast, to the South, to the North Dakota. You know what I'm saying? All those places. Fool, I don't even know if North Dakota fools are listening. Fools from Canada may be tapped in. Shout out to all my gente from Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
If you're from Europe and you're tapping in, yo, I got mad love for you. Cause I don't know how you made it to Europe, but that's tough. I bet you did.
I bet you we got a lot of fools watching from Spain, though. Tapping in from Spain. Let's keep running up these digits, you know what I'm saying? Like I mentioned, bro. I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. But the fact that we got 4.5 million views out the gate in the first 2 episodes is one of the biggest things that anybody has ever seen in a podcast. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Especially from micro-influencers. You know what I'm saying? From micro-influencers, that's insane, bro. That's never, ever been done. You could put us against any other podcast that's ever come out, any other Mexican-American podcast. Shoot, even American podcasts. They ain't putting up those numbers, period, bro. They're not putting those up. We're in the top 0.1%. I guarantee it.
And shout out to everybody that has a podcast from the Mexican-American community. Do know, right?
Shout out Brown Bag Podcast. You know, that's my boy right there. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to everybody that's starting one. And
please start one. We want some more competition, to be honest with you.
Because we want to destroy you.
We want to destroy you, but you know what I'm saying? We also want to work with you too, fool, because you know what I'm saying? We could also uplift you. Just like how Hood Stocks put me on, bro. Like, what good is it for me just to, have my own platform and never help anybody else out?
And shout out to the sponsors, everybody that reached out to me, that reached out to 44. Shout out every single one of you guys. Your messages, we received them. Thank you guys so much. We got some new stuff coming up. Some crazy stuff. I don't want to talk about it too much, but we got some.
No, nigga, let's tell them right now. Look,
Okay,
we're going to have some live interviews, my boy. So this is what's coming up. So I know that we're doing this podcast, but we're turning up the volume, bro. We're going all the way. Like, a lot of fools just want to, well, let me just run this Instagram page. Like, damn, I got my Instagram page boom. We're like, fool, like, let's do this, that. Let's do this now. Let's do that. Like, fool, we turning up all the way, my boy. You see what we did with this podcast? We could do the same thing. Live interviews. We're pulling up to your favorite place. If you want us to go to Venice Beach, we will pull up to Venice Beach. I'm pulling up to Venice Beach. I'm pulling up to New York. All these places, bro. And I'm doing live interviews. Your boy, 44 Vato. The goal for 44 is to be the top Mexican. You see the 44 Vato X bio on TikTok. It says #1 Mexican in the U.S. Because that's just what I feel like I am, bro. Like, I feel like I'm actually pushing the raza forward. So that's why I'm like, fools are like, oh, this little fool's cocky. I'm just like, bro, I just really believe that that's what it is. Like, I'm bringing you fools the real news. I ain't bringing you no CNN, my boy.
And, by the way, anybody that has any sponsorship,
I
you guys want to, you already told them?
Well, I mentioned it in the first episode, bro, but we're still looking for sponsors. We actually got a lot of foods right now. But the thing about it is, we personally select our sponsors. Like, we don't want no THC stuff, but we will accept CBD stuff, but not THC, because you know what I'm saying, we don't really feel a specific way about that. So but we also have a lot of other sponsors that want to help us out with our merch and all that sort of good stuff.
Yeah, any sponsors out there? So THC is something, like 44 said, that's a little, it's a little out of bounds.
It's a little out of bounds, just due to personal stuff, bro. Because I know we got a lot of kids watching, so I don't think like we really want to influence that sort of thing, bro. So but CBD is good, because CBD is more for. You know what I'm saying? CBD, you can put that in shampoo and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's nothing against anybody that smoke, that smokes or that, hits the pen or something like that. Like, hey, I know, like, people have their own preferences and stuff like that. So just like we respect your guys' preferences and stuff like, stuff like that. That same respect is mutual, but obviously, any sponsorship, clothing businesses, I know a lot of people right now are starting courses, things like that. I mean, just so many different, guys, people that are starting candy businesses and stuff like,
Yeah, shout out to all the homies starting candy businesses, bro. Like,
bro, that's tough. To me, that's just like,
stuff, bro. If you're trying a lot of things, bro, hats off to you, my boy, because you're actually trying, bro. Like, a lot of fools keep trying and they fail a lot, bro, but then they're gonna end up succeeding. If that's with one thing or two things, three things, like, but if they continue like their perseverance, bro, they gonna get it eventually.
Yes. Do not give up. Do not give up. Do not give up. Straight up, never give up.
And for a lot of dream. And for a lot of fools, they chase a lot of hynitas, my boy. But you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Sometimes, bro, like the hynitas, my boy.
Blur that out, bro. Please blur that out.
But sometimes the hynitas, my boy, is a distraction, my boy. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you know how to keep your balance. Like, if you want to chase your hynitas, make sure you set some time for them, bro.
After a lot of you guys chase hynitas.
Shout out to all the hynitas. Shout out to all the little tortitas, my boy. I know that there's a Cheetos shortage right now, pero ¿sabes qué, my boy? Cheetos are hitting back the shelves, my boy. They're coming back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out all my little tortitas, bro.
Shout out all my 160 plus pound females.
Shout out to all the 160. Nah, but that don't mean that they're tortas though. Just because they're 160 pounds. Like, but like, you know what I'm saying?
If you're 160 pounds and you're a female, you're a torta.
We'll end it with that.